Alright, this is rotations practice day 2. On here, I've already taught you rotations. All the rotations we did yesterday were from 0, 0, from the origin. These ones that we're doing today are going to be from a point not at the origin. We're going to do a point that they may give us that's actually on the figure, or a point that they just give us that's not a part of the figure. Either way, that's going to be our center of rotation. We're going to rotate our image from there. The steps are similar but a little bit different. So if you're one of the people that weren't showing work before, you're probably going to have to show work today. First one I'm going to do is number 1 right here. We're doing a rotation 90 degrees around point U. This doesn't say 0 anymore. It says point U clockwise. Let's please put all phones up and not mess up Mr. Brunson's video. Graph UWKG. First thing you want to do is graph your pre-image. 1, -2, 0, -2, 3, 2, and 3, -3. Labeling is going to be important. U, W, K, G. This one is a weird figure. Not weird, it's just the way the points look. To connect it correctly, go in the order that it was named. U to W, W to K, K to G, G back to U. My bad, I should have brought you one of that with the calculator. This is my pre-image, UWKG. This rotation, they asked me to do it 90 degrees from point U. U, this point is going to be my center of rotation. Not 0, 0, that point. Since that's going to be my center of rotation, I'm going to go ahead and mark that point for myself on the graph. Point U is right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make an axis around this point. I'm going to make its own X and Y axis around the point U. There I go. Around point U, I'm making an X and Y axis. This is my center of rotation, point U. I'm rotating from point U, not from 0, 0. Just taking my time waiting on y'all. Harold, just got a question, that's all. They told me to rotate 90 degrees clockwise. How many turns is that? What direction? say go to the right. How many turns? One turn to the right. Alright. That's what we doing. Clockwise. 90 degrees. There we go. Remember, we're turning our paper so we don't have to turn our head. I'm acting like this is straight up for me right now. What's up? Yeah. Don't go ahead of me though. Let me do one with you at least though. U prime, W prime, K prime, and then G prime. While I have my paper turned, I'm going to record these points. But I'm not recording them from 0, 0. I'm recording them from my center of rotation. Like Brown just asked me, said, is the origin U? Yes. This is going to be my origin on this one. It's going to be my center of rotation. All I'm asking myself is where these points are from point U. I'm treating that like 0, 0 right now. I'll show you how I do it on the first one. On the first one, we start with U prime. U prime is going to be right where U is, which is, in this case, 0, 0. It ain't going to move. Yeah, if they put, like, one of the points on your figure is the center of rotation, then that point ain't going to move. Yeah, that one will probably stay 0, 0 when you're doing this. Alright, the next one, W. All I'm asking myself is, where is it in relation to point U, my center of rotation? In relation to my center of rotation, it's at 0, up 1. 0, 1. Y'all follow that? 0, 1. From my center of rotation, point U. My next one, I'm going to figure out what K is. K is 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down 2. 1, 2. I write that as 4, negative 2. 4, negative 2. G. That's going to be from the center of rotation, negative 1, negative 2. I'll show it to you again. Negative 1, negative 2. Once I grab my points correctly, I'm good. I'm going to go back straight, and I'm going to graph these points from point U. I'm rotating around U. I'm graphing from point U. Turning my paper back straight, regular orientation. I got the points I need now. I'm going to graph them. U prime is going to be at 0, 0 from point U. So it ain't going to move. U prime will be right there. I can just write U out next, U prime out next to U. My next one, W prime, is going to be 0, 1. So from U, 0, 1 will be right here. W prime. From point U, K is going to be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, negative 2, 1, 2. K prime. G is going to be negative 1, negative 2. From point U. If I did it correctly, I can connect and it should look like I rotated around point U. I'm going U to W, W to K, K to G. And then G back to U. It should look like it rotated 90 degrees clockwise around point U. This is the last thing, and it's the last thing that's different. After you graph your image, your new image, which is your image, you want to go back to the original 0, 0, and you want to tell me where those points actually are from 0, 0. Not from your center of rotation, but from 0, 0. I'm going back here at the very end. I don't go there to the end. And I'm reading points from 0, 0. From 0, 0, point U prime would be 1, -2. I don't know why I was writing -1, +1, -2. There you go. W prime would be 1, -1. K prime, from 0, 0, I almost messed up. 5, -4. These are my actual coordinates from 0, 0. And then last one, G prime from 0, 0, 0, -4. So this is the main difference between yesterday and today. These coordinates that we get over here are going to look different than these. I'm about to do another one. I know some of y'all still ain't comfortable, which is okay. Let me do another one with you and see if you get more comfortable. I feel like you still uncomfortable, ask some questions. Tell me what the issue is. Tell me what you don't get. All right, Baram, what's up?
Same thing.
Say it again.
The number 2. About
Yeah. Same thing, bro. Number 2. It's me and Tristan problem. Rotate 270 degrees about point D. 2, 2. We're going to rotate the image LZF, our pre-image. Let's grab the pre-image first. LZF 1, 3, 5, 5. And then 4, 2. L, Z, F. On this one, my point of rotation is point D. This point is not on the figure, but it says a point. We'll graph that point and rotate from there. Point D is at 2, 2. Here. This is going to be my center of rotation. I'm doing an axis around 2, 2. Alright, this is my axis right here. we are rotating 270. Tristan, it don't tell us which way to go. Which way should we go? Counterclockwise is default. 270. How many turns? 3. 3 counterclockwise turns. That's to your left, children. 1, 2, 3. We'll get our stuff right here. L prime, Z prime, F prime. Tristan, our center of rotation is at 2-2. That's gonna be my center. I'm pulling everything from there right now. From that point, where's L? Talk louder. 1, 1. From that point, where's Z? Say it again. 3, 3 is up here. 3, negative 3. And then F. 0, negative 2. Before I turn back straight, anybody confused on how we just pulled them points? Because I think some people have an issue with that. Now's the time to ask. We're just going to repeat what we did, okay? What's your issue, though? You just don't understand? No, I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. Because it's the direction we're moving in. When you move to the right, that's positive. When you move to the left, that's negative. When you move up, that's positive. When you move down, that's negative. Yeah, we'll do it again. All right. On L, me and Tristan, we went to the right one. Then we went up one. That's 1, 1. You okay with that? Then we went for Z to the right 3. 1, 2, 3. Then we went down 3. That's 3, negative 3. I'm going to keep going. Then on F, we didn't move left or right, so we stayed 0. But we went down 2. That's 0, negative 2. I think you helped somebody else. They don't want to admit it. Somebody else wanted to ask too. They confused just as you are. But guess what? They scared to ask. Appreciate you, treasure. Alright. After we get those correct, we're going back straight. From there, we're going to graph the points that me and Tristan pulled from that same center. We're not going back to 0, 0 yet. You don't go back to 0, 0 to the very end. From this point, I'm graphing L prime 1, 1. Z prime 1, 2, 3. Negative 1, 2, 3. F prime 0, negative 2. If we did this correct, it should be a rotation around the point 2, 2, 270 degrees counterclockwise. That's what it looks like to me. Last but not least, we're going to pull the points from 0, 0. From 0, 0, we are pulling our point. 0-0, we're pulling point. Tristan, from 0-0, where's L prime? This is from actual 0-0, real point. Say it again. 3-3. Z prime. 5, -1. And then F prime. 2-0. Good. That's how you do it, kids. I mean, it ain't gonna get no more complicated than this. You just gotta practice to get better. I'm gonna do another one with you. When I say I think I'm gonna roll with twins. Let's go Aubrey. We're gonna do number 7. On number 7, we're rotating 180 degrees around point D. They give me point D. The figure is called CASH, cash. Graph that. Pre-image 1-4. 3-2. 6-5. And then 4-6. This is CASH. We are rotating our figure around point D. Point D is at 0-1. 0-1 is right here on the graph. This is my center of rotation. When I make my new axis, the Y is already there. It's on the Y axis. I'm just making a new X for myself, basically. We're rotating 180. Which direction, Aubrey? Counterclockwise. But I will say this is a reminder for 180. It really don't matter because you're doing 2 turns anyway. If you go to the right or the left, you're going to end up in the same spot upside down. But default, we go counterclockwise. Let's go counterclockwise. 1, 2. I'll record right here. We are doing C, A, S, and H. We're going from our center of rotation, not from 0, 0. From center of rotation, we want to find where these points are. We're acting like we're looking at the graph straight up right now. Ignore the fact that you're upside down. Don't even think about that. Just act like you're looking at a straight up graph and just count points. I'm just asking you to count some points. Let's start with C. Aubrey, what we got? -1, -3. You okay with that, Treasure? I'm being dead serious. I'm not even joking. All right. A next. A. You said -3. What's that last number you saying? How you getting that? We going to A. So try that one more time. Let's go. -3, -1. -3, -1. S after that. -6, -4. Then H. -4, -5. Good. That was good. Once we get these correct, let's turn around, graph from this point. Go back straight once you get them. Turn around, graph from this point. Going from that point. First one she said was -1, -3. From this point, -1, down 1, 2, 3. This is going to be C prime. Then she said -3, -1, A prime. Then she said -6, it's all the way to the end. -4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's going to be S prime. That. Last one she said was -4, -5. -1, 2, 3, 4. -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we did it correctly, it should look like we rotated around 0.01, 180 degrees. Last but not least, we need our actual points from 0, 0, the origin. Going back to the origin, I want my actuals. You ready? C prime, -1, -2, A prime, -3, 0, -6, -3, -4, -4, perfecto. You got it. That's hard as it's gonna get, kids. This is the last thing I'm teaching as far as the translations themselves. From here on out, the rest of the unit, we just gonna do them together. We'll do a rotation and reflection together, reflection and translation, stuff like that. We're gonna just keep adding to what we already know. But as far as teaching you the actual skills, I'm done. Y'all just gotta practice it so y'all can get better. Let me stop video first. The arrow. Okay, here you go.